Buenos dias, mi gente. Hello, my people. If you find that it's a little bit noisy in the background, that is because there are chickens in my room currently. You'll get to see my little pet chicken here in a bit. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I did tell you guys that my mom cooked my pet chicken, and so I got some more chickens. Hopefully she doesn't eat them this time, and but they were good. The chickens from last time, they were delicious, but these ones will not be eaten. These will be my pet chickens, and so far I am bonding with them. One of them really likes me, which you will see here in a bit. I still have yet to name her, but I'll figure it out. I'll find a name for her. And currently, as you see, we're decorating my sketchbook. This is what I'll be doing for about 2 minutes. But in reality, it took me like hours. Hours of just like combining different stickers together and like making it into like a collage. So there's that for you. This is one of my favorite parts about having a new sketchbook and getting a new sketchbook is like the decoration part. Usually I just slap a sticker on there, but this time I wanted to be a little bit more creative with my stickers. And so I just chose one main sticker to go in the middle, and then I just surrounded it with a bunch of other stickers and try to make it look aesthetic as possible. But I'm not really good at making things look aesthetic. Well, at least I don't think I am, but I really ended up liking how it looks like. Also, I will be painting with gouache in this video. And I got this sketchbook specifically for my gouache studies and just me trying to learn the medium itself. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Some gouache painting. And I have used gouache in the past before. I have done some paintings, but I've never really gotten the grasp of gouache, and I really want to challenge myself and finally start painting with it more often, because I think the last time that I painted with gouache was for one of my finals. I don't think I ever shared the painting with you guys, but it was really little. It wasn't too big. It was like a 5x7 painting. It's pretty small. But that was the last painting I did with gouache. But I didn't really end up liking it. And but yeah, here we are with this video, and we're finally gonna do gouache again. I will also be linking the website where I got my gouache, because Holbein Gouache is very, very expensive, and I was not about to break my bank account for these paints. So I'm gonna link that down below. That way you guys can get yourself some gouache if you guys were interested in buying any. But yeah, there's a resource for you. This palette that I am building will be a dry gouache palette. And overall, this is what the cover of my sketchbook looks like. I am very proud. In my opinion, it is aesthetically pleasing. I don't know what you guys think, but I really enjoyed the clear stickers. I definitely need more of this. And this is what I'll be painting. It's a little dude. Yeah, it's just a little dude. Not too crazy. I didn't want to paint anything realistic, and I wanted to paint something really simple and something that I can manage in a few hours. Because again, I know this is going to take me a few hours because it's a medium that I'm not really used to painting with. And usually it takes me longer when I am working through a new medium or like trying new things out. It takes me longer to sketch or to paint anytime I'm trying something new. So yeah, this one took me a few hours, and there was a lot of drying going on in between because I used it more transparently. In the beginning, I put a lot of water in my paint for the first few layers, and then after that I worked my way from thin to thick, and also from light to dark as well with the gouache, because that's just what I was used to. Because I'm not working with acrylic gouache, I can't start from the darkest to lightest color. So here I'm just working with the more transparency parts of the painting. And then I'm also working from background to foreground, lightest color to the darkest color. I've been wanting to paint a little axolotl for quite some time now, and I'm so happy I finally get the chance to. And here is my little chicken nugget. She's so cute and tiny and fluffy, and I love her so much. Again, she has no name, so I still have to figure out a name for her. But we'll see. We'll see what her name will be. Ya tiene un rato que no trabajo con el gouache, así que sí se me hace un poco difícil. Especialmente cuando estaba haciendo el axolotl, cuando lo estaba pintando, sí era un poco difícil porque a veces hacía la pintura muy líquido y a veces lo hacía muy espeso. Y también tratando de trabajar con primeramente hacer la pintura transparente y luego después hacerlo más espeso a través de usando menos agua. Entonces aquí nomás estoy tratando de hacer diferentes capas y tratando de no usar mucha agua cuando ya hay una capa que está muy grueso, porque si no se mezcla la pintura y luego se hace un poco gris y eso es lo que no queremos. Si ustedes escuchan unos sonidos por atrás de mis videos es porque tengo mis pollitos aquí adentro de mi cuarto y mi estudio es pues una esquina de mi cuarto, entonces ahí están mis pollitas y por ahorita están durmiendo, pero hay otras personas aquí en la casa, entonces hay mucho ruido y es muy difícil encontrar un tiempo para que yo pueda hablar aquí en este video y grabarlo. Entonces así es mi gente. I learned quite a lot about gouache while doing this painting because one of the biggest issues that I was having with is the fact that you can't glaze with gouache, and I'm so used to glazing with watercolor, but you can't do that with gouache. And if you guys don't know what glazing is, it's when you have a layer of paint on the bottom and it's fully dried, and then you go over it with some wet paint, and then you just put it over that other layer. And that's basically it. That's what glazing is. And I'm so used to glazing, but I couldn't do that with gouache. So there was that learning curve. Another learning curve of mine is figuring out when to use a little bit of water and when to use a lot of water in my paint. And figuring out where to have those transparencies with the gouache and where I can build those layers up with gouache. I couldn't really do that, for example, in the rocks or like on the axolotl because those already had a thick layer of gouache on top of it. And if I were to go over it with and try to do a glaze or just go over it in general with a lot of water and paint, then that layer would just reactivate again and it would create a muddy color. So figuring out when to use a little bit of water, figuring out when to use a lot more paint, and those things. There's just so much to learn here, and there's much more that I have to learn and just get used to with the medium. Although this is not a review of the sketchbook or the Holbein Gouache, I do want to let you guys know that this sketchbook is amazing and I will continue to use it. I enjoy it very much, and also the Holbein Gouache is just as I expected, and I really did love using it. I do still love using the M-gram because the M-gram does have a transparency similar to watercolors, but I was looking for a gouache that wasn't as transparent because I want to use gouache for its ability to build those layers and also for the fact that it has a heavier body. And I also really like the look of when Disney used to do the backgrounds with gouache, and I also like the look of when Studio Ghibli or any traditional animation backgrounds are done with gouache. I really love that look, so I wanted to use gouache for that. With all that being said, I am very excited to continue painting with gouache, and one of my goals is to finish this sketchbook by the end of the year. And it's quite a lot of pages, so hopefully I find the time to actually sit down and paint at my desk with the busy schedule that I already have and the different projects that I'm working on. So that's what my goal for this sketchbook is, just to complete it by the end of the year. And it's going to take a lot for me to do that, but I'll find a way. Because I really want to get this medium down, and I just want to be confident with the medium. I love the way that gouache looks like and the finish that it has. I really enjoy when animations use gouache for the backgrounds, and I just think it looks so lovely. And I just want to continue to use it and make different illustrations with gouache. One other goal that I do have is to do some urban sketching with gouache and do little mini paintings with gouache. I still have yet to buy my palette so that I can take with me when I go to school, so I can use it as well instead of taking this giant palette that I build up. So I want to be able to do that, be able to take my gouache into the city and do some urban sketching with it, do little mini paintings. And yeah, that's another thing that I want to do. If you're an artist and also have a YouTube channel, please link it down below so that I can go ahead and check out your guys' content as well. And if you like this video, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like, you're more than welcome to. And you can also hit the like button as well. Si te encantó este video, te puedes suscribir al canal. And another thing that you guys can do by helping me out as an artist is by following me on other social media platforms. And you can also check out my Patreon, where I do weekly sketches with me videos. They are live, so you can sketch with me live. And with that being said, I will see you when I see you. Y te veo cuando te veo. Ojalá que regresen al canal.